unprecedented. I'm doing everything I can not to swear at this camera right now and say the expletives of all the expletives because this is crazy. Wait till you see what went on here at DCA today. The holiday season is killing it right now. Join us as we find incredible crowds everywhere we went today. This is our State of DCA report. This is FreshBaked. Oh, let's go FreshBaked. Our last State of report for the year 2024. Our last visit to the Disneyland Resort in 2024. Thank you for joining us on this State of DCA report. We are here on a Monday morning and we are ready to enjoy what I expect to be a fairly busy day here. And that's going to be the story for the day, is getting in those last crowd, the rush of crowds here before the holiday season is over. Let's get into Buena Vista Street. Let's get a vibe check. Look at that. Pretty soon we're going to be getting our last ride on the red car trolley. Pretty soon. That's going to be about a month and a half from now. As for today, it is, as I mentioned, a Monday morning. It's about 10:22, 57 degrees out. It's going to be cloudy like this, I think, for most of the day. It's going to be a typical December morning here in Orange County, but the energy is high, which is, we're starting a little bit earlier than usual, but the folks sure are here. They're ready to have a good time today here at DCA. I'm excited for this day. I mean, look at that. 10:22 in the morning. That's pretty raucous, I must say. Folks are feeling it. I keep thinking, well, gosh, what's going to happen, in a couple weeks when we're here in 2 weeks for the next State of DCA report and how different everything is going to look and feel. But I kind of think it might not be that much different, really, because Disney's done such a masterful job over the past couple of years of really balancing out the crowds. We complain a lot about, the price structure and all that stuff and the reservation system, but all of that supposedly is designed to, even things out. And I feel like it is doing that job. Whether or not we agree with it or whether or not, it's something that we enjoy, you have to say that it's very difficult to tell what time of year it is in the parks just based on the crowds, which was something that was definitely the case back in the day. But I mean, look at this. Look at this scene right here. You guys here on Hollywood Boulevard. That's a lot of folks right there. That's a heck of a lot of guests. Man, I really, really enjoy this. And I've been on record before as saying I enjoy the crowds. I enjoy people being here in the park. I like it better here. I feel better at Disneyland, be that DCA or Disneyland proper, when there are more people in the park. I mean, there are moments when it gets just too much and I'm like, oh God, I get me out of here. But for the most part, this place is much more enjoyable for me when the energy is high and when the folks are here and everybody's into it and they're feeling it, and it circulates around the park and you can feel it, and you pass it amongst each other. The joy is very contagious, which is something that, that's important to me because I like to be joyous and happy, and it's much easier for me when others are as well. Red car trolley is really making its presence known on Hollywood Boulevard and Buena Vista Street this morning too. They're running 2 trains, 2 cars, I should say. And they have just been up and down the street all morning. All right, man, this is a good start, you guys. Good start. Love it. We'll make our usual left turn into Hollywood Studios and the back lot. Check in on Monsters Inc., I guess. It is early, so there is a chance that we're not going to see the usual mayhem that we find here at Mike and Sully's to the Rescue. An attraction that is just begging for deeper study because I'm mystified by how popular this attraction is. But as we cross the threshold and make our way into the standby queue, we can see that it's posted at 60 minutes. And 10:33. 10:33. 60 minutes. I just, you know what it is? It's got to be, there's just so few things to do here at DCA. There's just not enough to do here. And, you know, that's something we talked about in the last one. Like, I can't understand how this park is the same price as Disneyland when there's about, you know, a third as many things to do. So obviously, you know, you're going to sell a bunch of tickets, but where do you put them? Where do you put them? In the half dozen attractions that they have here? Okay, so it's not that bad, actually. I didn't see a long queue back there for Lightning Lane, and we're not using all of the standby queue. Normally you see 60 minutes, you're going to be all the way back here. All the way to the back if you see 60-minute posted. But the last two planters are not being used, and I don't know, that's not 60 minutes, I'll say that. Especially when you consider that, you know, Lightning Lane isn't a big deal right now. It's only 10:30 in the morning. You're not going to see, hi guys, how are you? You're not going to see a big impact there. I mean, there are folks here. I mean, God, maybe I should rephrase that, because there is a decent lineup here for Lightning Lane at 10:33. Ah, man, you know, it is a tough racket trying to make your way around DCA sometimes. It is difficult to decide what to do. What's that queue? Are those guys all Buddy Pass? That's a lot of folks in Buddy Pass right now, which is something you should take, oh, pardon me guys, you should definitely take advantage of that if you're given the option to just ask a cast member out here. Look at that, that's all Lightning Lane just coming in right now. Oh my gosh, that's all Lightning Lane. Ask the cast member out here. Buddy Pass, I think, is for 1 or 2 people. And they put you in that very last seat in the cabs. So that's Monsters, Inc. It's quiet here. You could feel it's kind of quiet back here, but it's still, man, oh man, are they showing up so far? I cheated a little bit just now while I was in between the back lot and coming into Galaxy's Edge, into Avengers Campus. I cheated a little bit. Normally I check the tip board after we go through San Francisco, but I wanted to see, you know, because I just saw a 60-minute posted wait time for Monsters. 2 things. They've got Mater's right now at 40 minutes. Again, at 10:50 a.m. Mater's is at 40 minutes, and Toy Story is more than an hour and a half. Now, we got a little bit of time before we get there, but, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing, that's going to become, like, what should we expect? Is that a real story? When we get to that queue, are we really going to find a 40-minute queue for Mater's? Will that be an opportunity, an excuse to get into that queue and ride and make sure it's make sure that's the true story? I doubt it, but I'll believe 100 minutes for Toy Story. There's Mission Breakout. Looking a little flat out here in front, but I just, out of the side of my eyes, saw the queue, the standby queue, and it does not look inviting. So it's posted 60 minutes, which, I mean, generally speaking, for Mission Breakout is maybe a little above average, but right about there. But you can see that it's almost entirely standby. The back of the standby queue is coming out. You don't often see that. You don't see standby coming out of the threshold. You'll see that for Lightning Lane sometimes when that gets busy. But this is almost pure standby that's causing that 60 minutes. And I'll show you more of that, what I'm talking about. It's so interesting, like just how flexible and how elastic things can get. Look at this. It looks bad, but it's not as bad as it looks. This looks terrible, actually. They filled the whole damn thing back there. We've been here in the middle of the afternoon when it's not that bad. They filled out, let's see, 1, 2, 3 switchbacks out here. That is very intense. That is very scary looking, no doubt about it. But you see a posted wait time of 60 minutes, you're wondering what's the story? Well, the story is that there's just a lot of people here. I haven't checked yet if all the gantries are working. We could do that next, but this is just people showing up this early in the morning to ride standby. This is not Lightning Lane. This is pure standby, which is uncommon. Whereas before at Monsters Inc., that 60 minutes was more a result of Lightning Lane, the opposite. Look at that. I'm observing the back of the standby queue is now, it's growing and growing and growing. Everybody just keeps getting in. It's growing. Meanwhile, I'm watching the gantries to see if, that's what They're all working. I haven't seen anybody open up yet. There's one. Okay, so Bravo just opened. We just missed it. Yeah, there's Bravo. Bravo just opened. While we're doing that, back to the queue now. They got to get a guy with a sign out here now. You know it's bad when they got the guy with a sign. Generally speaking, you don't want to see that when you walk by any standby queue. He's trying to get things organized, get it out of the street. Good work by Cass there. Something we observed a bunch of that last week in our State of Disneyland report. Cass doing an amazing job of keeping things organized, keeping guests, out of the streets, and chains, and growing the queues and flexing those queues as quickly as possible. They do a great job of that. I'm still okay. Charlie, we just missed Charlie, but Charlie opened up. All right, I don't know how long we've been doing this. A minute, 10 seconds we've been doing this. Okay, so far so good. We got 2 out of the 3. We're just waiting for Alpha to open up. Queue has not grown much more since our last visit, but that's really impressive. I've seen it. I've done a rope drop here where it went all the way to the back, out towards Hollywood Boulevard. That was exceptional, but that was because they were running just one gantry at a time. Still no Alpha. Still no Alpha. If Charlie opens up before Alpha, or no, was it Bravo? Bravo opened first on this viewing. Nothing moving. Or did I miss it? Maybe I missed it. Did I? Oh, there it goes. There goes Alpha. Okay, so we're 3 for 3. Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie all working. And now, oh, look at this now. In the 2 minutes that we've been rolling on this segment, Lightning Lane has popped out here into the street, so it's happening quickly. That 60 minutes is going to flex up in no time. If this keeps up, yeah, you're going to flex that up to 70, 75 perhaps. They're going to start sending guests into the little garden area back there. Wow, it's happening quickly. Hey, good morning. It's one of the coolest things, for me especially. They do start leaving. They get here early, and they leave earlier than they did before. Forgot to go check in on Pims. Not expecting much though, again, because it is now 11:06. Not high time for an oversized pretzel. Yeah, not too bad in here. A little bit of a lineup for mobile order. They got lots of pretzels. They are selling them. I see a lineup of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 giant pretzels waiting for pickup right now. Incredible. Those are delicious, by the way. Oh my. Holy heck. Okay, so this actually, it looks worse than it is, but still, that was, oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen a crowd like this. They just wrapped the holiday, Avengers Assemble show. There was a lot of guests collected here, but still, that's impressive. That's an impressive amount of guests out here right now. Hey guys, to the point where I'm having difficulty getting across the street to go do a pass through at Avengers Vault. See how the gift shop is doing in there, how busy it is, but my goodness. Wow. Everybody has assembled. They're excited to be here at Avengers Campus. Tell me, look at this. Have you ever seen anything like this at Bugs Land? I don't want to, beat a dead horse, even though we talk about it, seems like every single week we're here. But Bugs Land could never. Bugs Land could never. Okay. Oh my, I can't even get in there. This is reminding me of opening day. I can't even get in here. Wow. I don't know if anybody's ever bought that Iron Man suit. And just put that up in your living room, wow. Boy. Again, this is something of a false positive because the Avengers Assemble show just wrapped, but even for Avengers Assemble, that was a lot of people. I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get out of here. Gotta get me one of those the Eye of Agamotto. There we go, we did it, okay. How excited are you for the future of the Marvel franchise, cinematic universe? Like, are you excited for Captain America? I actually am. I'm looking forward to Brave New World. You know what's interesting? I saw Kraven in the theaters, and I almost saw it again. We were trying to decide, because we've got the AMC, pass or whatever, so we can get, three movies a week or something like that. Hey, how are you? Good morning. And so because of that, sometimes you see movies that you're maybe not crazy about seeing. Movies you certainly wouldn't pay full price for. But in any case, we saw it, and then we're like, let's go see another movie. We had an opportunity, and there was nothing on the camera. We're like, well, we can see Kraven again. I didn't hate it. It was so stupid at times, definitely. There were moments, I guess we're talking about a Sony movie here, not really the MCU, but where I was comparing Kraven to Austin Powers. But I say all that because I will definitely see the new Captain America film when it comes out. I will definitely see it, absolutely. I can't even get into this queue for Web Slingers. We've arrived at Web Slingers, and I can't even do recon. Holy shnikes! This is the fullest I think I've ever seen. It's posted at 75 minutes. This might be the fullest that I have ever seen this queue. I've seen Standby poke out of the threshold like this before. We've seen it go all the way down there towards the Spider-Man stunt show. But when that happened, they hadn't yet fully filled in all of these little bullpens, these little sections of queues. Some of this were not completely taken. And this is just incredible. I have no idea what to say. I have no idea how accurate that 75 minutes is. Pause for a minute to shoot something for Instagram, and when I come back, I think they've actually set up ropes now. They've set up a switchback out here in front. Never have I seen that. They've got the line forms here sign out there again. Once more, that is a bad sign. You see that? I can't even get in there to measure this. I can't even get in there to evaluate. Bad. Q bad. That's my evaluation. But once more, that makes me ask the question, okay, so Q bad, now what? Plan 2 is to go over there and try to tackle whatever that monstrosity is over there at Mission Breakout? That's not a plan 2. I mean, that's probably worse. So where do you go? You go to Mater's? Oh no, we just saw on the tip board that Mater's is 40 minutes. Like, what do you do, honestly? What do you do at a time like this? You just have to suck it up? Just deal with it, I guess? That's why DCA needs more attractions, because there's no relief anywhere. On a bad day, there's no relief. Let's go find out. We're gonna keep moving. I can't evaluate Web Slingers because it's unevaluable. You know what I would like to see though? Can I get? Yeah, I can. I'm gonna go see what Lightning Lane looks like right now. I'm gonna just pretend. Hi, I bought the Lightning Lane multi-pass a little while ago. I wanna maybe go enjoy this attraction. There's a queue up here, but that's just to get scanned. Well, it's not that bad actually. There's 5 guests right there. That's it. So again, this is pure standby. That 75 minutes is almost pure standby. Look at single rider though. People are looking for a bargain with single rider, which is helpful. Oh my God, where's the back of that queue? That's single rider right here. The Patagonia, he's single rider. Wow. I've never seen that before. Interesting. I cannot make up my mind on whether or not Lightning Lane Multipass is working at Disneyland, because we're seeing an incredible amount of people not using it. An incredible amount of people are just getting in standby, and they're not getting in Lightning Lane today. And we've seen it otherwise, the opposite other times. I just did a video at Knott's Berry Farm where their fast lane was $125. It's what, $30 today, $35? It's a bargain compared. I mean, obviously it works differently. You got to make a reservation, and you only do it once, whatever. I get that, but still, like on a day like today, how are you not? How could you not get Lightning Lane Multipass? Well, they're not. That's out. Big crowd here for the Spider-Man stunt show. I hope he actually flies through the air on this one, because the last time we came through here, he did not. There was a failure to launch. Spider-Man appeared on the catwalks, but he did not do his thing.
Love you.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thank you. Let's get out of here. I can't wait. You know, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Hi, guys, to see what happens at Mater's. Probably my favorite attraction here at DCA, and it's the least attended attraction. I'm always mystified by why more people aren't in that queue. I know I've never been in a 40-minute queue at Mater's, but I also don't think. Hi, how are you guys? Hi. But I don't think I've ever seen 40 minutes on the tip board. That's new. Let's go find out. Both sides are working, so that's not causing any extra delay. Obviously, if they have just one platform working, it's gonna make the wait time twice as long as usual, which 40 minutes is twice as long as usual. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, it's showing 40 minutes right there. Am I? I've just found it. Oh my God. I am in the queue. FreshBaked. This is not a drill. I am in the queue. I'm making a left. I don't know if I have ever made a left. Ever? Yeah, I've been on Mater's a bunch in my life, and I don't think I've ever made that left. Cross and just goes straight to the back right there, right? But no, I have to. I'm gonna get out of here in a minute, but I just have to soak this in. I'm gonna go around this way, and then you guys can go ahead, and then they're gonna go all the way down that way, and they filled up every little switchback back there. And that's still just 40 minutes. All of that. They're still calling that 40 minutes, which actually it might be. What if it's more? We're gonna come back and check in on Mater's in a little bit. In about 30 minutes, hopefully, we're gonna be back there at Mater's. I checked where the back of the queue was. Posted 40, I mean, I don't know, man. I've never seen a queue that size before. This has been an incredible morning. I cannot believe how busy it is here at DCA today. On a Monday, what is it, December 30th? Wow. Big line up here to meet Mater himself. Let's see. I'm not expecting to be a big crowd here. It's a little too early still for a lot of action at the Cozy Cones. 11:35 in the morning. Not exactly the right time for. Well, I guess you could get a churro now, but you're not going to get an ice cream cone, generally speaking. Or chili cone queso. Or a concoction, or pop cone. Yeah, those are all empty. Probably too early as we round the corner for flows too, just like we saw at Pim Test Kitchen. But we'll put eyes on that queue just the same. Looking at the mobile order return time right now for flows, it is 9 minutes. You can pick up your order in 9 minutes, which is a victory over this queue. This queue is probably 15 or 20, but not too bad. Like I said, though, I wasn't expecting to see a lot here. It's the queues right now. It's the standby queues that are really blowing my mind. What will we find at Luigi's? I'm starting to get really nervous for what's ahead of us, man. All right, I'm nervous for the people in this park today. I'm hoping they're making the best of it. I really am. Let's see. Okay, so Luigi's Casa della Tires, posted 30. Okay. That might draw a few guests because they're just looking for discounts at this point. They're looking for breaks. Oh my, yeah, okay. That's a first. Wow, let's see if we can, how far we can get. But that's a first. Okay, maybe a second. And that is, you never see Maters have a longer posted wait time. Never a posted wait time longer than Luigi's. But you very rarely see an actual one either. But that was, we're still measuring. It's going on 10 minutes right now at Maters, and we'll check back in there in about 20 minutes or so. But Luigi's right now doesn't look too bad. Where's the back? Okay, here. Oh, there's just outside the office. This is not even 30 though. Assuming they're not using any of the queue space over here, which they're not. So yeah, that's probably closer to 20. I mean, it's not a walk-on, but it's manageable. This is a pretty standard queue for Luigi's right now, so this is a discount compared to what we've seen, which is the way it should be, because Maters is a objectively, measurably better attraction than Luigi's is. Although this queue is kind of delightful. I don't mind the Luigi's queue one bit. So it wouldn't be a bad place to be for 20 minutes, but I would much rather go on Maters than I would Luigi's. Okay. Time still to check on Radiator Springs Racers. Oh dear, we got a, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's Lightning Lane, you guys. That's Lightning Lane. So you just said they're coming out of a shutdown. It was a breakdown. Just coming out of that. So you got a lot of people showing up. But if you see this, that's Lightning Lane. If you see that Lightning Lane, run. Run, FreshBaked. Do not get in standby right now. You see this, you are going to pay the price. Oh my gee. And look at that, yeah, it's posted at 180 minutes. 180 minutes. There it is, 180. You can get in there. The queue's actually not that far. You know what? Well, let's go. I don't want to pop in there. I want to see what the back of this queue is, and then what's going to happen. Let's see.
Is it going to quiet down?
Trying to snake our way in here.
Welcome. It's a 3-hour wait.
Did you hear that? So it doesn't look bad. This is where you really got to apply some critical thinking. It doesn't look bad. And back when Lightning Lane first became a thing, people would get out of the Lightning Lane queue. They would see that and they would get out because they thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to wait longer in Lightning Lane than I am at standby. In standby, there is no queue. But when we find the back of this queue, wherever it is, there's the back of Lightning Lane right now. Oh my gosh. They're not going to move. It looks more advantageous because it's visibly shorter. And again, we're coming out of a breakdown, so there's a lot of, all these guests are going to, get their priority right now. These Lightning Lane guests. When we find the back of the queue eventually, which looks like, morning guys. Oops, sorry. Which looks like it's in the service station. Get the barn, service station, and then the bottle room. These folks are going to be parked here for a while. They're not going to move. They're going to be stuck. Just like, just leaning up against things. They're not going to move. It looks a lot better than it is. They might. It could conceivably take 3 hours just to get from the service room, the bottle room, and then into the queue. It could literally take that long. Doubtful. I think they're just trying to scare people off at the moment. Doubtful that it actually does, but it could. But really, what have you achieved if you beat 3 hours? You know what I mean? Like, it's not. I mean, it is a victory. You get done in 2 hours. You're like, oh hey, I beat the 3 hours. They were wrong. You still waited 2 hours in standby for Radiator Springs, which is just not. That's not ideal either. Back out on Route 66. Has the Lightning Lane queue grown? It has. Oh my gosh. It is now at the intersection of Cross Street and Route 66. run. Now the good news is that queue that you're looking at right now, that's not a permanent condition. It's not going to be this way all day. This is a tip. They got a sign back there too. They're going to clear that queue. They're going to clear that Lightning Link queue. It'll take about 30, 40 minutes to get that whole thing processed. And then it'll go back to operation, business as usual, where standby is going to be 60, 80, 90 minutes or something like that. We'll find out when we look at the tip board. But that's why I say when you see that situation, just you just got to kind of give up. You got to say this is not our time. Let them process that. Let Disney work on getting that queue, worked out, and then it'll come back in about an hour if you can. Come back in an hour. Come back in 3 hours. And hopefully there's not another breakdown at that time, but come back in 3 hours. Come back at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you'll find a much more advantageous situation. And it's going to be that way in a lot of situations that you find here in DC when you get that super hyper, oh my God, 3 hours type waits. Same thing at Mater's, which we're arriving now. It's been, let's see, it's been 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes. Let's find out where the queue is now and where the back of the queue is when we checked it 30 minutes ago. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Look, they've put the left turn. The chain is up. They've no more left turn. It's still busy. Still a lot of guests in there, but it looks like they're gone. Yeah. They're okay. So yeah, the back of the queue just hit the vehicles. They're in their vehicle now. There they are. They're in their vehicle now, so it's been 30 minutes. So it was posted 40, actual 30, and now what you're left with is probably an actual 20 at this point, which is a little bit more normal. It's still busy for Mater's, but it took 30 minutes for them to achieve some kind of normalcy here at Mater's, and you'll find that elsewhere around the park as you encounter these types of situations. It seems hopeless. I was asking that question. What do you do when you're at Avengers Campus or you're at Web Slingers? Do you see 75 minutes? What do? Do you go try to find something else? Kinda, yeah. Kinda. I said you deal with it, but if you can find a way to wait out some of those extreme situations, you'll find that go do something that's standby. That's instead of Avengers back there, Web Slingers, find something that is standby only. Go to Mater's, Luigi's, get something to eat. It's not that bad to wait right now. Mobile order and standby right now in the dining location isn't that bad right now. And wow, look at how ready they are, by the way, for the crowds here at Radiator Springs Racers. When is the last time you've seen stanchions up back here between Flows and Radiator Springs Racers? It's been it's been forever. It's been a really long time since I've seen this. I can't remember the last time I've seen ropes up here at this part. When you're walking the back way towards San Francisco. Never. Opening day, when the land first opened. Did they really think they're going to have that many guests that they could fill this up? That section back there? My gosh. But if that Lightning Link keeps acting the way it does, that will cause that. But I don't think so. I don't think they're going to come out there today. Let's go see if we can find a table at San Francisco, am I right? It is 12:04. It is time for lunch, although we're not going to eat quite yet. I may have to second guess that decision because it smells so good right now, you guys. Oh my God, it smells so good back here. I don't know how people work in these conditions. I say that all the time when you pass by like cookies and pretzels and barbecue. Oh my gosh. Oh, it smells so good. 12:05. Decent lineup there for Cocina. That's doable. You're waiting 15 minutes there probably. Not a lot of tables available. It feels, what it is? It doesn't feel like lunchtime to me right now. It still feels a little chilly and a little morning-ish for lunch, but it is noon. Oh my gosh, there's a queue right there. Lucky Fortune Cookery is dealing right now. Very little standby though. Mobile order. Pop our heads into Cass Cafe. OMG. Okay, now this is where they all showed up. Instead of at Cocina, they're almost out the door. They're almost out the door. This is a big lineup for Aunt Cass. Guys, use mobile order. My weekly announcement. Use mobile order. Not a lot of tables. Only thing that's open right now are the high tops. Busy day here at San Francisco. And likewise, elsewhere throughout DCA. God, I can only imagine what Disneyland looks like right now. Wow. Well, we teased it earlier when we were at Hollywoodland, the tip board. We looked at it a little bit early. We saw 100 minutes of Toy Story, 40 minutes, which we've already encountered at Vader's. Let's go look at the tip board. Let's see how it's held up in the last hour or so. If I can find my way down there. It's packed around here too. Lots of photos, my gosh. Woo! Wow, wow, wow. And this tip board is being brought to you at 12:12 p.m. high time at DCA. Oops. There. Oh, Golden Seconds, 30 minutes, you guys. Okay, that's a start. Goofy Sky School, holy crap. 75 minutes. Stop it. Grizzlies 15, yeah, it's less than 60 degrees out, so Guardians is up to 70. We saw it at 60. Incredicoaster at 70. I cannot wait to see what that queue looks like. And mind you, again, guys, no Magic Keys in the parks today. We'll talk about that again in a minute. Emotional Whirlwind is 30. Jesse's is not a walk-on. When's the last time you've seen Jesse's not even 5 minutes? Jumpin' Jellyfish 25, insane. Little Mermaid is 40. Yeah, I just checked. It looks about it. Luigi's is up to 40. Mater's is down to 30. We saw that. Monsters is up to 70 with a return time in 3 hours. 45 minutes for the Pixar Pal Around. Oh my God, yeah, still at 180 now. 180, and look at that. Look at the Lightning Lane return time for Radiator Springs Racers. 6 hours. Now, that's exceptional. Mostly because you never see Radiator Springs Racers return times for the individual ones. They're usually not more than an hour. Usually they're 20, 30 minutes, if that. A lot of times they're now even. But this one is 6 hours. If you buy a Lightning Lane for $22 right now for Radiator Springs Racers, you can't come back for 6 hours. Silly Symphony, I mean, that's astonishing. I've never in my life. 20 minutes for Silly Symphony. Soarin' is 85, return time in just under 5 hours. Toy Story, it was at 100 when we checked the tip board this morning. It's at 70 now. Web Slingers is up to 75. Oh no, it was 75 when we walked by. 6 hours to return. Heavens to Betsy. Legit crazy. I've been using that a lot lately. We used it on the social media post we did on Instagram about crowds. If you know, you know. It's a Web Slingers thing. But yeah, it's something I haven't even mentioned or talked about in this update. Is that just like our last State of Disneyland report, there are no Magic Keys in the park today. These are 100% paying guests. Everybody in here paid, full price to get in here. Now I know I said that, $206 thing. I said that last week, and I got a lot of people correcting me. I understand that not literally 206. I'm just saying they paid whatever the maximum price is, which a single day ticket right now, the max price is 206. It's hyperbole, but you get it. Whatever the case may be, if they bought a 3-day park hopper or whatever, they paid a lot. That's all I'm saying. They paid the most that you could pay for a ticket today. Incredible. No Magic Keys. And Disneyland and DCA are not missing those Magic Keys one bit today. Wow. Okay. I'm going to be fascinated to see what that Incredicoaster queue looks like. I don't know if how long is it? I mean, we saw a super long Incredicoaster queue back when they were selling that $50 ticket last spring? I can't remember when that was exactly. They did one for the summer too, but it was the spring one that was causing all the mayhem. And we saw that incredible switchbacks out front. Standby was taking forever. I don't know how long it's been since I've seen a 75-minute standby for Incredicoaster. I thought I was looking at a queue for the Adorable Snowman. I was about to say, I'm so happy that Adorable Snowman is doing the business that it's doing. That's not the queue that's coming into focus, into frame now. You guys, that's the Incredicoaster queue. That's standby. It's standby. Now, so what he's saying is, the guests are like, where's single rider? Because this, you would think this might be single rider. Guys, this is standby. So you have to, if you want to get in single rider right now, you've got to, it's on the other side of this. There it is, right there, where the Coco sign is. There's single rider, which is incredibly long. That is a brutal single rider queue. That's the back right there, actually, at the Finding Dory. This is insane. This is way worse than we saw it. That I was just talking about, the $50 ticket time. This is way worse than that. Oh my gosh. Unprecedented. I'm doing everything I can not to swear at this camera right now and say the expletives of all the expletives, because this is crazy. I think this is a whole other queue right here. There's standby right there. Those switchbacks right there. This right here I think might be Lightning Lane. Where do you put these people? Gosh. This isn't even right, guys. This is incredible. You get it? Incredible? You gotta have levity in cases like this. You have to maintain your sense of humor. Wow. So what I thought, okay, it's Lightning Lane. How do I get in? Okay, there's Lightning Lane right here. So it's full. Let's get back there, if I can. I feel like I'm at a Rolling Stones concert right now. Okay, there's Lightning Lane. It's not full because they're pulsing guests in, but that's fuller than you usually see at Lightning Lane. So finally, we're getting into some Lightning Lane action here at 12:21. We haven't seen a lot of Lightning Lane today. It's been all standby. So they're pausing guests here. They're pulsing them in, scanning them in. So this outer queue is in fact people waiting to get scanned for, oh my gosh, golly. There are days when I wish I could swear. By the way, for those who don't know, I do. But I try to keep it clean for everybody right now. But of all days, this is one of those asterisk, exclamation point, question mark, pound sign days that you will ever see. Lightning Lane, standby, and somewhere back there is single rider. I can't even guess. I can't wait here long enough to find out how accurate that 70. It's 70. Seeing this makes me think 70 is kind of a discount. I feel like that might be light, especially if Lightning Lane is doing the business that it's doing right now. Yeah, they gotta. Oh no, that is going all the way through. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna take a shot at this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'm gonna go back here and find the back of the queue again and see if I can't figure out how long this, really is. If I can come back in an hour and 20 minutes and figure this out. I just can't even. This is Incredicoaster. I have to keep, I've been shooting stuff for social and I have to keep changing it and updating it because there's more story just keeps developing. Just posted something to Twitter just now about that Incredicoaster. An incredible site here at DCA and Pixar Pier. But we got to keep our nose to the grindstone. Is that the correct idiom, phrase? Let's go check out Toy Story next, where it went from 100 to 70 or 60 or something. Let's see if it's any worse or better now. I see 2 zeros. Oh my goodness. 2 zeros up on the board is never a good look. But I'll be honest, that's not a 100-minute queue. That's not even remotely a 100-minute queue. I would say, oh wait. Okay, so Lightning Lane is got, there's a bit of action here in Lightning Lane, not gonna lie, that's more than typical. It's actually coming at the threshold here a little bit, but that's just because they're having some difficulties scanning. They could fit more in the queue back there. But that's it, it's not coming out here into the walkway, which we have seen in the past, which makes this, busy but not legit crazy. Meanwhile, this standby queue that we're seeing here, also busy but not legit crazy. I would call this 60 right now if I were to guess. We played this game a couple weeks ago and we tried to guess, and it was way quicker than we thought it would be. But all of it obviously has to do with how much intensity Lightning Lane is getting at the moment. Right now it's getting a lot, and they're still coming in. So if this keeps up, then I can imagine them pausing this for 100 minutes. If this keeps up. But if this stays, oh gosh, I don't know. There's just no let up here. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. One of these days, though, I'm going to have a conversation. I'm going to have to spot something. So the standby just walk into a 100-minute queue and ask them, like, do you really want to do that? Are you sure? 'Cause you're going to be in for it, I think. I'm going to try to mark this one too. I got to come back in 75 minutes for the Incredicoaster. Let's see. This queue takes 100 minutes also. I'm going to try anyway. Hi guys. I'm going to try because it's going to be hard. I don't even know if I have that much time left in my day. I'm shooting 2 videos today. I don't even know if I have that much time to wait around and see if these guys. I'll be done shooting before those guests. Oh my God, it's true. It's true. I will be done shooting the show before either of the back of those queues get to the ride vehicle. Most likely. Oh my goodness. We've got tape for the swinging gondolas at the Pixar Palaround. There's just no bargains anywhere. You're just gonna have to ride Maters all day. Guys, that's all you can do today is ride Maters. 50 minutes posted over there. I can't even get in there to show you that. 50 posted. This is 60. Wow, look at that, it does. It says 60 for non-swinging. Back, oh no. Oh no. There's no, I mean, you gotta get in some queue, I guess. But look, they got tape down here too. Never a good sign. You just don't wanna see tape. You don't wanna see tape or the guy with the sign telling you where the back of the queue is. This is the back of the non-swinging gondola. They're calling it an hour. That's going to be one of the most excruciating hours you will ever spend waiting for any attraction. That is a killer. Oh no. I'm pretty sure that this is the busiest I have ever seen DCA in my life. I'm pretty sure. I've been a lot, so it gets fuzzy. I come here all the time, and all those visits start to sort of blend together a little bit. I mean, I don't know how to verify that, but I have never been this shocked by what I'm finding on just attraction after attraction. The only discount I've seen so far is that 30 minutes at Maters after the 40 minutes, after we saw that left turn, which we've never seen before. Then it got a little more normal, and Luigi's. And well, Monsters actually wasn't that bad, considering. My God. She's just gonna have to ride Maters all day. And maybe Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind. Which, oh golly. It says 20 minutes. I mean, yeah, this is a bargain. This is your bargain right here. You're gonna have to do this and Silly Symphony Swings. That's busier than we normally find it. Normally we find it maybe the one switchback right here, but not with add-ons. But at least I mean, it could be worse. Wow, 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 wow. Silly Symphony is, oh, that's interesting. There's nobody up there. I thought for a second they might be closed, but the queue has definitely got guests in it. It's posted at 10. And that's about right. Actually, oh, here you go, guys. There's your discount. 10 minutes for Silly Symphony, and it's maybe 2 rotations, 2 cycles. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. We found the discount. I was just reminded though about Goofy Sky School. We saw that at 75 minutes. We'll head there next, but I'm going to pass by Paradise Garden Grill. It is 12:39. So again, high time for lunch. Wow, wow, there's 4 people. That's shocking. People are saying, you know what, I ain't got time. I ain't got time to eat. I need to get in queues. I need to get into some queues, so they're skipping food. Wow. All right, let's see what's up at Goofy Sky. I was gonna say, is it still 75? No, it's not. It's actually 80 now. And that's with this starting to pull a few guests. They're getting ready to do the Encanto show. That's gonna draw guests out here. Posted 80. Wow. I mean, they're using all of it. Most. We're back here into the garden, and they look really posted. They have a little bit more to go here. They have a little bit more queue, but then where do they go after that? They would send it this way, and then I'm in it actually, and then that's it. It goes out into the street. I don't think it'll get that bad, but it could if a lightning lane is showing up, which, wow, wow, wow. There's the back of lightning lane right there. Not a good sign, not a good look. These guys are gonna be stuck here for a little while. They are stuck. My gosh. I just don't know if I could justify waiting 80 minutes for Goofy Sky School. But as I keep saying, what do? What are your options? What's your plan 2? You know, there's just not enough attractions here at DCA for you to get any kind of relief. You are stuck. Go ahead, Disneyland Forward, Disney. Put all that Disneyland Forward space to DCA, please. You gotta make this park more valuable. You have to. You just have to. Disneyland doesn't need any more. Disneyland's fine. Put that, make it all DCA. Find a way. Find a way. Okay, Golden Zephyr up and running. It's at 25 on the side. I'm actually here looking at the queue for Golden Zephyr. When's the last time I've done that? I just walk by and I see it's a walk-on normally. But people are choosing this because that's your plan 2, right? Guests over here, I can't get in there because they're telling me to go this way. But yeah, Little Mermaid is also pulling a fair number of guests. It was posted at 30 or 40 minutes, I believe, when we were checking the tip board before. Is this for the, are people waiting for the cavalcade? Is that you don't have to wait for the cavalcade, you guys, especially not at DCA, but not even at Disneyland. But you definitely do not need to post up and get, save a spot for the cavalcade. It's a 20-second show, and you can see it from basically anywhere in the park. Once you hear the music, pull over, find a spot, and you're good. You do not have to wait. You do not have to post for the cavalcade. Darn it, I just did all of Pixar Pier, Silly Symphony, Paradise Garden Grill, Goofy Sky School. It's 12:50. It hasn't even been a half an hour since I left the back of the queue at Incredicoaster. So I'm not sure how much, we're not gonna be able to see them get into their vehicles for sure, but we can at least try to find them again and try to extrapolate an estimated arrival time. We found our way back into the belly of the beast here at Incredicoaster. It is 12:55, 27 minutes since we checked in on the back of the queue out there by the adorable snowman. And that back of the queue is just now reaching the threshold where you're getting into the queue proper. So 27 minutes to get to this point, which is actually better than I thought it would be. They're hanging in there. But I'm gonna guess this, I mean, golly, there's gotta be, it's still gotta be another 45 minutes, right? But if that's the case, if it is 45 plus the 27, you're now looking at 72 minutes. It's like right on. This could be a 70-minute wait. You know, judging by the size of that queue, where we found the back of the queue, I would have expected that to be worse. I would have expected them to not be on a 70-minute pace, but something worse. And people routinely wait 70 minutes for other attractions. It just seems like, you know, and if you're gonna pick one to wait for here at DCA, I actually would rather wait 70 minutes here at Incredicoaster than I would even, I don't know, Toy Story. I find this to be significantly more enjoyable than Toy Story. And then we'll check in on Toy Story, where we found 100 minutes before. It has gone down to 65. It's been 20 minutes since we left this queue, which means that the back of the queue is probably in the covered area there. I don't see those guests out here anymore. They've gone inside. So the question is, have they come out? And that does confirm, by the way, that there's no way that was 100 minutes. There's nothing like 100 minutes. Probably closer to an hour is my guess. Yeah, man, this is the queue to get into right now. That posted wait time is still keeping guests away. It's still, even at 60, it's less than that. And there's nobody. They cleared the entire Lightning Lane queue. They got that handle. This is the queue to get in right now. These guests are probably going to wait something like 45 minutes. Well, I did my best, guys. It's 1:10. It's been about 40 minutes since we left that back of the queue. I hung around there for about 15 minutes to see if I could find the back of the queue inside that covered area, but they're still back there. But I would say that it's been 40 minutes. They're probably somewhere near that mix point with Lightning Lane. So I'm gonna guess no more than 10 or 15 minutes inside that room left, and then it's 5 or 10 minutes, not even 5 minutes. After you mix, it's 5 minutes. So yeah, they'll be done in 60 minutes. You got a tremendous discount there, even though it's still an hour. At it was 100 posted, actual is closer to 60 is my guess. Ooh, should I check in? I've waited 15 more minutes. Let's take one more look at the Incredicoaster. I'm sick. They're still here though. They've cleared some of it, but that's still quite a queue of guests trying to get into Incredicoaster right now. Let's see if we can't locate. Yeah, there it is. I could see it right now, actually. So it's been 15 minutes since I left this place. It was 12:28. It's been 46 minutes all in so far. And they're past this extended section here. They're about, I'd say, a third of the way through the risers before you get to the stairs.
Thank you.
Oh, you bet. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So they probably got another 20 minutes to go, maybe 30. So 1:12, 30, 42. So it's gonna be right about 70 minutes, almost exactly. Kind of amazing that they've managed to keep that 70-minute pace this whole time. We've been watching it, now for 22, 34. No, that's not right. 28, 32, 44, 45 minutes. We've been watching the queue, and it stayed on that 70-minute pace this whole time. That's impressive. Yeah, standby is still at the top of the bridge up here at the Finding Dory sign. That's standby, it's still out here. Meanwhile, at Ariel's Undersea Adventure, that's the back of standby. They've got nowhere to put these guests, nowhere. Just amazing what this day has become. Unprecedented. I don't remember anything like this in my life at DCA. I mean, I've seen busy, but like on individual attraction level basis, not every single ride. By the way, that's still a bargain. That queue right now compared to the other attractions, that's still a bargain. It goes quick though, even with Lightning Lane. Speaking of discounts, there's your discount right there, Redwood Creek Challenge. Get in there and enjoy some fun, man. Underrated, even for adults. That's lovely in there. Spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes in there instead of in a queue. By the way, this is also the busiest that I think I've ever seen Grizzly Trail? Question mark? Except for like maybe on an event night, perhaps. This is bonkers. No way. Yeah, so the temperature has improved. It's now 64 degrees. So where are all those guests gonna go? The only discount in the park for a minute was Grizzly River Run. It's at posted 55 now. Like, there's like, okay, it's fine. 64 is warm enough. We'll get in this queue. That's standby that I'm in right now, or looking at.
This doesn't even work.
Wow. I can't even get through here, you guys. They were not ready for this. They were not ready for an hour's worth of Grizzly River Run guests this morning, because it was 58 degrees before. So they haven't, see this? It was so hard to get through all that because they haven't built any of the queue out here. Again, why should they? That's not a summertime, you know, crowd. Wow. Yeah, it's going back there still. It's going back into the office, but they might need to do some adjusting here. That is amazing, but good for Grizzly River Run. It should be pulling guests right now, but people are taking their discounts where they can find them. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, it is still all the way back in the office back there. Guys, look at how, see, look. Okay, two things. Two people are on their jobs right now, me and Disney Cats, because look what exactly, I just mentioned it. They haven't built any queue, and look what they're doing. They're building queue out here. They're getting ready, they're handling. You guys are good at your jobs. You guys are good. Incredible how, with what regularity that happens now when I'm walking through here. I'm like, they need to do this thing, and then they do the thing. Good job, Disney. I'd be willing to bet that they have already done the thing at California's Soarin' around the world. They have already built the extended queues with the ropes and the stanchions out here. Oh my gosh. They're sending them, those guests are gonna go meet, they're doing it right now. Actually, she just grew it. They're sending those guests to go meet Dr. Doom back there. Dr. Doom. Judge Doom, thank you. Hi guys. All right. I got Marvel in the brain right now, which is weird, I shouldn't, but anyway. Oh, monorail. But yeah, this queue is stacked. It is 1:22 in the afternoon. That queue is stacked. It's posted at 65. It's gonna be all of that. If they're back there meeting Judge Doom, you know it's bad, really bad. Luckily for them though, there's still not a huge presence here at Lightning Lane, although it's more than we normally find. This is not a queue that I'd want to be in right now. I would not want to be in this queue. Oh boy. You know what's wild, FreshBaked, having concluded our tour of DCA, what's wild is that as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go to Smoke Jumpers, get some lunch, and then I'm gonna hop the Esplanade and go go to Disneyland and shoot a whole other video where I'm gonna try to beat the clock. I'm gonna tackle what I expect to be similar crowds at Disneyland and see how much time I can save based on using our powers of standby observation. It's gonna be a true study, I think, in balancing hyper large crowds like we're seeing today, hyper long queues, and the ability to find discounts, to find bargains. Wish me luck. As for this show, we're good, we're done. Incredible day. I cannot believe how busy it was here today at DCA, and I expect things to be the same over at Disneyland as well. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/FreshBaked, and then follow us on Instagram at _FreshBaked, on Twitter at FreshBaked Disney, that's Fresh with no E, and on TikTok at FreshBaked Disney. Follow our newsletter, there's a link in the description. And if you are looking to book a trip to Disneyland, DCA, Disney World, wherever, anything that Disney does, please consider using our travel affiliate, GetAwayToday. Nicest bunch of people in the business. They actually just set us up with some tickets. We're gonna go to San Diego Zoo. We're going to the zoo, guys. So look for that on Patreon, actually. We're probably gonna shoot that for Patreon. Do that as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. We love you. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. FreshBaked.